All right, folks, welcome back to the World Series 2010. We're here at the 2+2 party, and the unofficial captain, mascot, sportsman of 2+2, Shawn effing Deeb, here with us. Where would you qualify yourself?
Definitely mascot.
Definitely mascot.
Yeah.
I like it. So we're here doing a little 2+2 fan game. I just got done playing just some basic Badoogie, but we're going to deuce to 7 with a mandatory 2-card discard at the end. We're going to be playing some second best hold'em, 5-card Omaha, 8 or better.
Yeah, all the great games that the true skill games for all the players.
The true skill games.
We actually had a rule at the original start of the table. If you didn't draw 3 cards at least once in orbit in the draw games, you had to take a shot. So it's very early in the day, lots of alcohol, lots of gambling. The dealer already ran out of tips in her pocket, so we just started throwing it in her bag. So it was great. I think the staff here is really enjoying this. It's going to be a great turnout and a lot of fun these next 2 days.
Now, you play in a regular 20-40 mix game or better here at the Aria, where we happen to be sitting. You can't tell from the back wall, but that's where we're at. What do you think of the poker room there in general?
I love the poker room here. I think most comfortable setting, best staff, and overall just you get the good experience. It's also even better because I live at Panorama, so it's right across the street.
Right across the street, easy enough.
So it's a great thing. I can get drunk here, walk home if I have to, and it's a great experience and have a lot of fun out here. The games are really good. Gamble it up and try to have as much fun as possible.
That's not too bad. Now, you obviously have a poker player for a roommate, and that poker player roommate has had a pseudo roommate for the World Series who just came off a big win.
Yes.
So what's it been like just being surrounded by poker players, living with and playing all day during the month?
I mean, it's obviously something I've been used to over the last 5 years, but this new group, Allie and Liv, are a lot of fun, and we have a really good time, and actually Liv's mother is out in town staying with us as well right now, so
nice.
It's very fun. It was cool. She had us at her home in London, or in Kent, and now we're here with her, so it's been great, and it's a lot of fun. We just drink, party, whatever, play a lot of series events, and then go from there.
All right, now Liv was part of your stance in the women's event, getting dressed up, basically got you dressed and everything all set up for that. Did you feel pretty, is the question.
I'm pretty sure my girlfriend was very jealous of how good I look as a woman.
I think so. I think many people complimented you on your moves.
My boobs were amazing. She was very angry. She says, now the whole public knows yours are bigger than mine. And I mean, it's not what I can do. I mean, God gave me this great body. I should show it off more.
You should show it off to the world. I mean, poker players' physique is not something that you hide behind 6 feet of film. That's what I tell people. Now, moving on from that, live tournaments have been, one of those things that have, well, the easiest way to say it, eluded you as far as the success compared to
I've had my success in the smallest of fields.
The smallest of fields, fair enough.
But no, I definitely, for many years, made a lot of mistakes, but I've definitely improved my game, and this series I was really happy with my play, built up a lot of stacks, had a lot of times I got it in good and lost. I mean, it's just turning variance at this point. Most people are going to have a really bad series, and that's the way it goes. And, there's still the main event, and I'm feeling really good with that structure and my style against such weak opponents. That's the way I made the most money online, is beating weak opponents. So, a main event with its structure, I have a chance to play really bad opponents for 4 days with 100 big blinds the whole time, and then go down to 50 big blind play where I'm really strong. So I'm really confident going into the main event.
Well, is it due to the Samson-like growth of your hair, possibly?
I actually almost cut it off the other day.
Really?
I've been really close to getting it cut. I've been really getting sick of it. It's actually a hassle, but I've decided I'll keep it through the main event. After that, I'll get it cut.
What put you on head shave tilt? This is a good thing to know.
People getting there. I lost a lot with sets recently to flush draws and whatever. I mean, it's usually a poker thing, but I've changed a little bit what I've done this summer, so I'm a little more emotional about it. So since I don't play full time anymore, I realize that this summer I'm kind of playing a lot just so I can do really well, and then taking a big break from poker even longer. And so the fact that there's been little success just kind of irks me a little bit. But whatever, I'm still enjoying myself, and I don't really regret that many of my bust-out hands. Far less than any other year.
No, that's good. Now, you talked about a break. You had said, I'm done with poker, I'm done with multi-table
tournaments.
tournaments.
No, I never said I was done with poker.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
You said, I'm done with multi-table tournaments. Didn't seem to last terribly long, but it was never meant to be permanent.
Yeah, I mean, all retirements are never full-time. You always do a job, a little side thing, and now I basically, most people play the World Series are retired anyway from business or other things. So I play when I feel like playing, play the events I want to, and travel. I'm gonna still keep traveling, and if I happen to be in a city where there's an EPT, I'll go there, and I'll pick and choose where I want to go. Be much more limited selection, but I think I'll get a much more better quality of life out of it.
Do you think it's kind of a much to do about nothing over the whole statement, I'm not going to retire? Were you surprised by the amount of coverage you got?
No, I'm not surprised by it. I know that I'm a big focal point of the media, and like there aren't too many players with my stature at online tournaments. Like not many have really branched off to being really well known in the media. They're like in the online circle, they really know them, but I think I'm one of the few people who have crossed over into many different realms, and I'm getting known by different circles. So I can see why everyone picks it up.
I'm going to tie two things together you may or may not like here. You said, I do my best when I get it in against weak opponents, and that's where I'm doing better. And you said, my stature in the online community, and one of the few people it's known, do you feel that you're the Phil Hellmuth of online poker?
I've been compared to that a few times, but no, I don't like braiding opponents. I don't like being an asshole, and I actually am a long-term winner. So I think there are a few classifications, but I can see that being like I'm clearly not as good as a lot of people think I am. I think I'm very overrated in the public perception of me, but I still think
and willing to admit it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, most people in poker, the perception of them is really, really skewed. Either they're really overrated or really underrated. And I think most of the more known players tend to be overrated. Like people give me credit when I do some sick move that might have been really bad, but it worked. So therefore, like if Shawn did it, it has to be correct. And I got the benefit of the doubt on a lot of moves I made over the years that were like, well, he must have had some really high-level thought process. No, I was just in a spewy mood. And so like people give me too much credit a lot. And I just know that my value is grinding and putting in a lot of hours and tables, not of skill. Like against a really tough field, I can't beat high-stakes cash games. I never will be able to. But in tournaments, I can 30 tabling. I can lose less of an edge than anyone else. I think.
Right. So that's how it's set up. Now, how do you measure the quality of a poker player? Obviously, one big score doesn't do it. And doesn't always come back to time at the table. So how would you measure?
I try to measure from personal experiences, from playing with them, the spots they put me in, and also from discussing hands. I've talked hands with thousands of poker players, so when I understand their thought process, I can understand how they play the majority of their hands as opposed to actually seeing them play a hand without knowing the reasoning. They could play a hand really well and the reasoning be terrible, and I'm going to think they're a really bad opponent.
How much of your development would you say is from things we're here at the 2+2 fan gathering, from forums like 2+2 versus what you've discussed live with people whose games?
At least 95% is through 2+2, and then the people I met through 2+2 and then hung out with at different tournament stops. Like I owe the 2+ community everything. They're the reason why I am, the reason why I'm known, the reason I have everything is from the early people I met through 2+2. So I owe everything to this community, and I would love to help them out with anything.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's your mindset heading into the main event here? There's nothing else really to play unless you wanted to go play Ante Up for Africa. Basically, what are you looking to do for that main event that maybe is a little bit different?
I'm just going to play my usual really aggressive pre-flop style, play actually really tight post-flop. And it's very few people are used to that style and know how to beat it. And so if I make some hands, I'll get paid off. And if they don't make hands, I'll also get paid off. So it's kind of a win-win situation for me.
Not too bad. Now, looking out at your success over several years online, coming into live, do you see the live kind of skewing upward, and how long do you think it is until you see a big finish live?
I mean, it could be years. I mean, there's people a lot better than me who've never had a big win live over much longer. So I just know the variance, and like I'm gonna play my best and try to get it in, and like just go from there.
Yeah, I know you.
All right, now here's my running random questions during the World Series. First is, what's your guess for the number in the main event?
8,000.
8,000, okay. What is the most amount of money you've ever spewed off in a charity tournament?
5,000.
What is your least favorite game, and did you still play a tournament in it at the series?
Oh, you mean the least favorite World Series event?
Least favorite, poker game in general, and did you still play an event in the World Series?
Yeah, I think obviously I played some horse events, and Stud 8 is the least favorite game. I'm really not a big fan of split pot games. There's less bluffing in them. It's people calling down hoping they're good one way.
One way or another, on the end of the day. Okay, well, Shawn, we're going to let you get back to the party to be the official mascot of 2+2. Thanks for sitting down with us. It's been excellent. Cheers. All right. Is that all right?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.